Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and we got even more massive class buffs on the horizon. Yesterday, we got a brand new blue post featuring even more upcoming class changes, with this set of updates focusing on improving the performance of a handful of playstyles, specifically those finding themselves on the lower end of endgame popularity. This update will feature PvE specific class changes as well as those affecting our class's performance within PvP content like arenas and battlegrounds. In today's video, I want to go over some of the biggest improvements coming to our classes in the next week's build of the patch 10.05. But right before that, most of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you're looking to get regular class and content updates for all the future Dragonflight builds. The first class to receive some upgrades is the class of Death Knight, with the spec of Blood and Frost being the focus of this upcoming update. Blood Death Knight sees significant increases, with abilities like Heart Strike, Blood Plague, and Blood Boil buffed by 15%, with the additional improvements to Death and Decay, Shattering Bone Talent, and the Sanguine Ground passive effect, which should hopefully help him cover a little bit of ground as they inch closer when it comes to performance to the current king of tanking, the Protection Warrior. We also see more buffs coming to the spec of Frost as well. The passive of Unleashed Frenzy will be much easier to manage, with the buff duration extended to 10 seconds. The damage of Frost Fever, Glacial Advanced Talent, Frost Strike, Frost Orbs 8 Talent, and even Frost Scythe has gone up by a considerable amount. Lastly, Cleaving Strikes will further improve Obliterate's ability to cleave a secondary target, increasing its cleave count up to 2 additional targets. The last change is a pretty massive upgrade, increasing the value of Death Knights in AoE content. These buffs help support the current dominant playstyle of Breath of Sindragosa, but it also creates a brand new opportunity for Death Knights preferring the two-handed playstyle of Obliteration, which heavily focuses on improving the power and effectiveness of its core ability, the Obliterate. Next, we have yet another tank spec being uplifted, with the Guardian Druids getting some love in this upcoming build. This update will focus on increasing their survivability, with the armor value of Iron Fur being increased by 20%. Reinforced Fur further improves Iron Fur's armor value, as well as the protective value of Barkskin ability. Ursac's Fury absorbed from thrashing and mauling your targets has grown in effectiveness. Reinvigoration further reduces the cooldown of Frenzied Regen. Layered Main proc rate has been doubled, and the value of the underperforming Lunar Beam has also been amplified as well. While Bear Druids are seeing some love, the Restoration Druid is expected to receive a slight nerf, with its healing reduced by 3% but only for PvE content. The healing spec of Preservation Evoker has had a spectacular track record when it comes to its endgame performance. This update seeks to reduce their lead above every other healing playstyle, reducing their effective healing by 5% all across the board. The class of Hunter is also being bolstered, with every single spec receiving a 5% buff to all basic combat abilities. This change also extends to all of your bestial companions, which further improves your overall performance. While Rested Druid and the Healing Evokers are set to receive nerfs, we do see some buffs to the Healing Mistweaver Monk as well, where we see a slight healing increase to all base abilities, and further improvements to the output of Vivify. Talents like Clouded Focus and Peaceful Mending see further upgrades to help promote a ranged healing focused playstyle. The damage of Spinning Crane Kick has also been improved, which increases your output in content like dungeons, but also results in higher healing output when playing the Fistweaver playstyle. Ancient Concordance will result in a higher Rising Sun Kick resets. And the Lesson of Doubt is further improved when using the Shaylin's Gift together with the Shao Lessons upgraded bonus. The Protection Paladin is yet another tank spec, which is looking to gain a few buffs in this build, with the damage of Avenger's Shield increased by 10%. Hammer of the Righteous or Blessed Hammer upgrade see a 30% damage increase, with the Hammer of Wrath improved by 15% as well. And while we're in the topic of improving the underperforming playstyles, we also see a very slight positive adjustment for the spec of Holy Priest, with all of your base abilities ever so slightly tuned upwards, making them 3% more effective. The rest of Shaman is also seeing adjustments, with all basic abilities seeing a 10% improvement. Skills like Healing Wave, Healing Surge, Chain Heal, Healing Rain, and Overflowing Shores passive receiving the necessary treatment. And we even got some buffs to the class of Warlock, starting with the class talent tree. The capstone of Inquisitor's Gaze base attack ability, as well as the Summon Soulkeeper talent nodes, have both received a 35% damage upgrade to make those two talents more involved in the Warlock's damage profile. The Destruction and Demonology Warlocks are both being upgraded when it comes to their single target output, with Destro gaining 20% more damage for the talent of Soulfire, as well as a slight increase to the Incinerate's filler output. Demonology sees the damage of your Vile Fiend greatly bolstered, improving the underutilized demon's effectiveness by 30%, as well as a slight increase to the base damage of Wild Imps as well. And besides class updates for PvE content like raids and dungeons, we also see PvP specific class adjustments in this recent build as well, starting with the Hunter weapon of Nel'Thorax. Nel'Thorax is a special hunter weapon rewarded for slaying Razagath, the final boss of Vault of the Incarnate. This bow comes with a fairly powerful effect, increasing your auto attack speed by 6%, stacking up to 5 times as long as you attack the same target. This bow is being toned down a bit, reducing its attack speed increase down to just 1% to make it less disruptive in PvP situations where PvP items should hold the biggest value. Having Demon Hunter's talent of Restless Hunter damage bonus is being reduced by 40%. This talent is often used in combinations with abilities like Essence Break as well as the Hunt, which results in high burst damage output. This change helps reduce the spikiness of the Demon Hunter's output, hopefully giving their opponents ample time to respond to the Demon Hunter's pressure. The class of Evoker sees healing buffs within PvP, with abilities like Verdant Embrace buffed by 20%, while Living Flame becomes 30% more effective. The talent of Oppressing Roar is also being improved in this update. When roaring the enemy target, the duration of crowd control effects should be 30% more effective within PvP, to help encourage the use of this talented ability. The class of Hunter is receiving a mixed bag of changes. While Beast Mastery is seeing its tier set reduced a bit for PvP, the Marksmanship Hunter is said to receive a bit of a damage increase. Abilities like Rapid Fire and Aim Shot see their damage buffed by 15%. While abilities like Chimera Shot see a 30% damage improvement. The talent of Unerring Vision does see a slight reduction, however, with its critical strike damage bonus reduced by 50% in PvP. With this change focusing on improving the consistent output of Marksmanship Hunter while pulling back on their burst capabilities as well. The Mistweaver Monk PvP talent of Healing Sphere has also received a bit of an upgrade, with its overall healing improved by 320%, though its dispelling effect will now more consistently work against abilities like Unstable Affliction and other similar effects with Dispel Protection. Assassination Rogues are set to lose a good portion of their tier set value within PvP, with the 4-set bonus seeing a significant reduction to its bleed enhancing bonuses. We also see a change to healing reduction effects. Assassination Rogue's ability of Deathmark copies the effects of poisons on the marked target. This creates scenarios where a rogue using Wound Poison would gain the benefit of stacking this healing reduction effect, which greatly amplified their immediate healer pressure within PvP. With this update, many of the healing reduction effects no longer stack, and a number of other healing reduction effects also fall into this list, with abilities like Shadow Priest, Scythe and the Destruction Warlock's Fell Fissure adjusted to fit the similar format. Affliction Warlocks are also seeing a PvP buff as well, as their Dispel protection of Unstable Affliction grows stronger, increasing the damage this ability does when removed by the enemy healer by 35%. Destruction Warlock's Chaos Bolt is also being improved, with its effective burst damage increased by roughly 25%. And finally, we have the class of Arms Warrior, who is seeing the value of Mortal Strike brought down a notch, reducing its spiky PvP burst output. As a trade-off, we are seeing increases to basic combat abilities like Overpower, improving on its damage by 20%, as well as a buff to Slam, increasing its output by 40% within PvP, which can allow for Slam-focused builds going forward. And for now, that's gonna be the full list of class updates arriving with the next week's build of the Dragonflight patch 10.05. I want to thank all of you so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single live stream and video, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video, or discuss with the other members of the community what you think about the upcoming changes. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.